guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we will review this new ongoing K-drama called Doom at Your Service, starring Park Bo-young and In-guk. It was premiered on 10th May 2021 and the genre is romance and fantasy. So without wasting any further time, let's get into the first episode. The episode starts with a female lead, Tak Dong-kyung, being diagnosed with multifocal glioblastoma, because of which she had the symptoms of feeling dizzy and vomiting. The neurosurgeon tells her that the location of the tumor is not ideal and that she should get a biopsy done quickly. She refuses when he tells her that it will take a week for the biopsy to be done. The doctor looks confused, but the female lead reasons that she has already used some of her vacation leaves and hence cannot take more week offs. He looks perplexed and tells her that health is more important and that she should rather get the surgery done. She will survive a year with it, and if not, she will only have 3 to 4 months in hand. She doesn't react much to it and stays calm. And when she's about to leave, she hands him over an event planning report. Our female lead is working as a web novel editor. She asks the neurosurgeon to submit the write-up up to 70th episode by early next month. She is lost in thoughts when she accidentally bumps into our male lead. Next, we see that there is a rush of trauma patients in the hospital. News flashes that a man went on a deadly knife rampage in Seoul. The suspect tried to commit suicide and is also sent to the nearby hospital. Female lead is asked to pay the bill in the counter. She questions if she can pay it in installments, and the lady asks her how many months she would like to pay it for. Female lead remembers the doctor telling her she will be only alive for 3 to 4 months without the surgery. So she says she will pay in an installment for 3 months. It seems she has already made up her mind not to get the surgery done. In the trauma room, our male lead is seen waiting for the suspect who tried to kill the innocent people. A nurse comes to attend the patient, that is the suspect, and notices the male lead wearing the doctor's attire with no nameplate. When she questions him of his identity, our male lead looks dead into her eyes, asks her to pull the curtains around the patient and not to allow anyone other than the police near the suspect. She exactly does as she is told. The suspect tried to kill himself after injuring the people with the knife. Male lead punishes him for this act. He confronts him that he will not face the doom which he deserves, and rather heals the cut in his neck, and the suspect is completely healed. Male lead asks him to wait for his doom when he will realize that there is something worse than death, which is the life itself. The police arrive at that moment and take the suspect under their control. In the next scene, we see our male lead going to meet a girl on the hospital rooftop. He confronts her that why doesn't she kill human beings like the suspect who are evil and kill innocent people. What we can understand from the conversation is that the girl is a deity or an almighty, and she calls herself a gardener and the people in the world as flowers in the garden. She metaphorically compares the people to the flowers as some that don't sprout, others which bloom late, while others wilt away. Some turn out to be medicinal, others poisonous, and some kill everything around them. She explains it is not her fault how they turn out. She just plants them, waters them, and waits for them to take their own course. He asks what position he holds in a garden, and she replies he is a butterfly for the flowers in the garden and he'll stay the same forever. He gets disappointed that he has to hear all this on his birthday. She questions him if he ever was born or even a human to celebrate his birthday. She asks him to fulfill someone's wish since he can do it only on this day, and that even his birthday is not for him but for the humans. He gets angry and thinks it is time for these flowers to wilt away. Female lead is waiting for the bus when she gets a call from her boyfriend. He asks her to meet urgently in the cafe. We see that the female lead is confronted by her boyfriend's wife in the cafe. She splashes water on her face. His wife blames her for being a homewrecker, even when female lead tells her that she never knew he was married in the first place. She is frustrated that she has to go through all this just for dating a man for 3 months. Female lead tells her if she doesn't want to believe in the truth, she can continue to blame her and live happily with her cheater husband. She's about to leave when the woman shouts in pain. Female lead takes her to the hospital and gets her admitted. The woman apologizes to Tak Dong-kyung for her behavior and admits that she felt something was off about her husband, but kept on blaming her instead so that she can save her marriage. Female lead asks her not to worry about it, and if it helps, to keep blaming her for the affair since she just has 3 months to live anyhow, and she sincerely hopes she gets to lead a happy life with her husband. She goes back to the office. Her boss shouts at her for coming so late after meeting the writer. She informs him that she was not feeling well, and since she was in the hospital, the doctor, who is also the writer, asked her to get a scan. Her boss gets all the more angry hearing this and says that this is the reason he doesn't like hiring women. Suddenly, he comes across a video on the internet titled "Adulterer at the Gangnam Cafe." When he confronts her that the girl in the video looks like her, she refuses. But when he continues pestering her that she is wearing the same outfit as her in the video, she yells at him that what she's gonna do even if the girl in the video is her. She gets frustrated and tells him that she's taking a day off and leaves. In the next scene, we see the male lead walking down the street when he comes across a cake shop and longs for a birthday cake. Female lead is in the subway when she notices a man secretly taking her pictures. When she confronts him, he tries to escape from there, but she chases him. At the same place, we see male lead is in the car and he opens his lighter to light his cigarette to smoke. At the same moment, a huge depression is made on the road and the man who was chased by the female lead falls in it. People around are shocked to see a sudden hole appearing in the middle of the road out of nowhere. Male lead notices the chaos and that ruins his mood. He is frustrated with what the DT told him, that he is just a butterfly and not a human. He questions what is so great about the mortal human beings. Female lead is returning home and it starts to rain suddenly. She is disappointed that everyone seems to know it's going to rain and are carrying umbrella except her. She buys a cake for her parents' death anniversary. We get to know a bit about female lead's backstory. She doesn't cry much when things go down south for her. It has become a habit of hers. When she was 10, she learned how to hide her sadness when her parents passed away. Her relatives discussed about who will be taking care of the kids and they try to push the responsibility on each other. Female lead tries to stay strong and smiles for her brother's sake. Since that day, she wasn't able to cry. She gets a call from her aunt who asks her not to be depressed and to stay strong. Female lead is on the rooftop, completely drunk when she notices the shooting stars. She screams loudly and makes a wish. I want the world to come to an end and everything be destroyed. Just bring doom to this world. Male lead is drinking and is listening to people making their wishes. Suddenly he hears the wish made by the female lead. He goes out to meet her. Female lead wakes up with a heavy knock on her door. She gets pissed that someone is knocking at 3:30 in the night. She checks through the peephole to see who is at the other side of the door. She is shocked to see a train moving on a snow-clad mountain. She rubs her eye and checks again. Confused, she opens the door. Male lead smiles at her and says that he pranked her so she would open the door quickly. She remembers seeing him in the hospital, the guy whom she bumped into. She asks him what is he doing here, and he replies he came because she called him and his name is Myeolmang. He looks at the cake and says it is his birthday too. He then asks her to say her wish loudly so that he can grant them. She is shocked and asks whether he was stalking her. She panics and tries to escape from there, but the door closes. Myeolmang starts eating the cake and tells her to quickly make a wish since there is not much time left for his birthday to get over, and also she is dying too. He points at the calendar and a circle is formed on March 2nd, exactly 100 days later. He tells her that his birthday doesn't come very easily and it is once in a lifetime opportunity and to make a wish before it is too late. She thinks she is hallucinating and it might be a symptom of glioblastoma. He understands she might need more time to believe it since it's a very unrealistic situation. He leaves saying his birthday is not over yet and he will wait for her. He is waiting for her impatiently in his house. Suddenly, he makes her appear in front of her. She is shocked and asks where is she right now and if he kidnapped her. He says not exactly, but he has entered into her dream. He then asked her about her wish of bringing doom to the world. She says she was not talking to him at that moment, to which he questions then whom she was talking to, because he himself is doom. She tries to escape and runs for the door. She opens it and is shocked to see that the land is far, far beneath her and the house is floating in the sky. He smiles and changes the location, and they are in a beach now. He says he is someone who is responsible for everything that dies or gets destroyed. She asks him then why not he end the world himself? Why bother her asking for her help? He says he tried but it didn't happen. He believes that maybe they as humans have more authority than him, and if a human being desires the world to end, it may happen too. He then explains to her that no one except her has ever looked up to a shooting star in the sky and has asked for such a wish. Suddenly, her phone starts ringing and Myeolmang says it's time for her to wake up from her sleep. She wakes up thinking it was a dream, but she realizes it was all true when she sees the circle marked on the calendar on 2nd March. While going to the office, she notices Myeolmang in the station. He says he will help her to die without any pain, but she ignores him. She goes to a store and asks for a roll of gimbap, but Myeolmang appears as a shopkeeper and says he can grant her another wish, not something she wished for when she was drunk, but something she truly wants. But she blindly ignores him again. Now she is in the subway train, which is badly crowded. She gets so irritated that there's not even place to stand properly. She wonders why can't they all just disappear? The very next moment, everyone disappear except for her, and the entire train is empty. She notices Myeolmang at a distance smiling at her, and the very next moment, people appear again. She is in the office when one of her colleagues informs her that the writer called Siberia she was scheduled to meet has already come and is waiting for her. She is shocked to see Myeolmang in the office. She wonders if she has really gone crazy, but is all the more surprised when he replies no to her thoughts. She asks if he can read her mind, to which he replies that he can only hear things. He keeps on pestering her, but then she gets frustrated and asks him to leave. But seeing him smile, she leaves the office instead and goes out to meet another writer. She is waiting at the crossing, speaking to someone on the phone, when she notices Myeolmang on the other side of the road. She starts walking when she suddenly gets a severe pain on her head and falls down. The signal has turned back to red and a truck is approaching her. The driver is on the phone and doesn't see her. She notices that the truck is almost close to hitting her when suddenly everything freezes. The truck, the car, and people around. Myeolmang walks towards her and offers his hand. He says that the DT seems to be on his side and asks her if she would like to die there that moment or she will take his hand. The episode ends with a female lead holding Myeolmang's hand. So guys, that was a brilliant pilot episode. The start of the episode was quite depressing for me. When I saw Park Bo-young having a hard day, I felt so bad for her. I don't know whether she coincidentally had a bad day or it was after she met Mr. Doom in the hospital. That is, she had a series of stuffs happening to her. I was also frustrated to see how she had zero reaction when she was told about her illness and that she will die in 3 to 4 months without the surgery. But then came the backstory and could kinda understand her a bit. It had a good start, but not much happened in the first episode, and we haven't seen much of the side characters as well. I'm eagerly waiting to see how they will incorporate Lee Soo-hyuk and Kang Tae-oh in the storyline. By the way guys, if anyone is a fan of Kang Tae-oh's work, I will recommend you to watch Run On. He played the second lead there along with the girls' generation Soo-young, and they had a great storyline along with the main leads. Well, back to this drama, I was wondering if I had 4 months to live and had to pay for something in installments, I would have chosen the longest term possible, like 2 to 3 years. They can't do anything when I'm dead, right? Also, I was kinda uncomfortable when she opened the door in the midnight without knowing who was in the other side. I'm not going to open the door for a strange man if he came that late at night, no matter even if he's Lee Jung-gi. Who knows, it might be a ghost in his form. I don't completely get who In-guk is. If he is a god and not human, why is he stressing so much about his birthday? And why does he hate the humans so much to the extent that he wants the world to be destroyed? Maybe it will be more clearer in the further episodes. I am even more excited to see the second episode because I'm sure it's going to be even more interesting. If you guys like the video, please give a thumbs up, do comment your views on the episode, and also please give some love to your girl who is new to this blog. Do share and subscribe and also press the bell icon. Bye until next time, stay tuned and stay safe guys.